Hi everyone, and thank you for your interest in this video. Today is World Atheist Day, World Atheist Coming Out Day. It is a valid question whether people will ask to see this as a religious holiday. I hope not, but who knows? Yes, to this day, I wanted to talk about make a comparison between the 10 commandments of the Bible and the 11 satanic rules of earth. The 11 satanic rules of earth have been written by Mr. Anton Szandor LaVey in 1967, and as obviously also sometimes atheists are labeled to be devil's worshippers, which does not make sense because obviously if you don't believe in God, you're very unlikely to believe in the devil. But as somebody who is an atheist myself, I want to have a look at both of these commandments and see which of these makes more sense or has, to me, some more ethical validity. So I will first dive into the commandments of the Bible and then dive into the commandments of the satanic rule of the earth, and then I will, for every point where I agree with, I will give a point. And depending on which of these have more points or are more valid, have more points, this one will win in my little competition of the holy or not so holy books. So let's start with the Bible. The Bible, first commandment: "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." Okay, first of all, as an atheist, having a god is complicated. And second, I mean, okay, assuming that I believe in gods, or I'm a religious person, why only this God? Why can't I believe in Zeus, Guy, and Yahweh all at the same time, or Allah? Why is this God so super egocentric? It's kind of weird, especially when every book claims to have the God. Then why don't you prove yourself as the God that you are, outperforming the others? Then I can only believe in you. Instead, when there are many gods, like I don't understand why I should choose one God over the other. So, sorry, this is no point for me. The second one is, "Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image." I shall not make an image of God. Well, dude, then show yourself. Otherwise, I mean, what should I work with? Like, this God seems to be kind of a narcissistic and kind of a very selfish God. Like, on one side, I should only worship this God, and in the meantime, I'm not allowed to make anything more concrete to that, leading to that God. No, not having it. Third commandment is, "Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain." Again, I mean, you're not showing yourself, you shall be the only God, and I shall never mistreat your name. But A, where are you? Second, there's a reason why people curse more in the name of God or have orgasms in the name of God than they use their name to actually pray. It had never consequences. And I mean, what kind of a commandment is this? Like, I don't feel it has any use. I don't feel that it has any current use. It's only for how do I believe into this God, which is already kind of weird. I mean, a God should be automatically the best God, then you believe in him automatically only in him. And then you can and he will prove his name worthy, and it will show to you how to use their name. So, like, I don't understand that. So, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Why? I make holiday whenever I want. Not having it. Honor thy father and thy mother. This is actually the first point where I feel like, okay, this is somewhat valid. Okay, it is somewhat binary. I mean, for people who are not men and women, or not cis men and cis women, is a bit exclusive. And second, honor. I would rather replace honor with respect. Respect. So let's say it says respect your parents. I would agree with that. So very first point. Second, sixth, thou shalt not kill. I agree with that. Second point. Yes. Seventh, thou shalt not commit adultery. Agree. If you commit to this marriage and if you commit to a relationship, you shall not do anything anything outside of that, except if you agree to that with your significant other, and then it would not be. I'm not sure whether it then would be really adultery, but it's just you having your individual relationship. So you shall not betray your relationship. This is how I interpret it. So I would agree with that. Thou shalt not steal. I agree with that too. Okay, in case. I mean, okay, this would be kind of artificially constructed. No, I actually agree with that as well. Like, you shall not steal. That's great. 5, thou shalt not be false witness against thy neighbor. Well, what if my neighbor is a great political activist and I want to protect him from any harm? So, nah, I'm not sure about that. Not sure about that. Number 10 is, thou shalt not covet your neighbor's house, your neighbor's wife, or your neighbor's slaves, animals, or anything else. I mean, already the fact that the word slaves is in the 10 Commandments already disqualifies their point with me. I mean, as somebody of African descent, like, this word means 500 years of trauma, and this Bible does not condemn slavery as something like that, but it actually says, yeah, you know, you have to handle slaves like this and that. Nah, sorry, not having it. Really not having it. So 4 points to the Bible. 4 points for the Bible. Now let's have a look to the satanic rules. Okay, the first satanic rule is, do not give opinions or advice unless you're asked. Well, sounds relatable, but in the meantime, I mean, if two people talk about something that really directly affects me, I have a right to give my opinion. So, first one, I'm not having it. Because, like, for example, if people, I got an ADHD, and if two people who don't have an ADHD talk about an ADHD in a very stupid way, I think I have the right to at least say my opinion, whether it is asked or not. So first point, no. Second point, do not tell your troubles or others to others unless you are sure they want to hear them. No. What if I need help? I mean, no. Second point, dismissed. When in another's lair, show him respect, or else do not go there. Makes predominantly sense. But in the meantime, like, for example, if I'm visiting the lair of somebody who comes after my too young daughter, or somebody who comes after my girlfriend, I might come to their lair and I might not be completely respectful. So generally one could agree, but it's not too, I think it's not precise enough. There are still, as like the example before, there are still points where I'm saying, like, okay, there are the very few points where it makes sense to actually go to somebody and not necessarily be fully respectful. If a guest in your lair annoys you, treat him cruelly and without mercy. How about if a guest in your lair annoys you, you just ask them to stop or ask them to leave instead of destroying? Like, nah. Do not make sexual advances unless you are given the mating signal. So, as soon as a man sees, okay, I'm heterosexual, and a woman puts a red light over her vagina and lights with a light towards me, I see the mating signal. Then I'm allowed to make sexual advances. Nice. So it's somewhat weird written, but it is actually one of the first very clumsy attempts to go into the direction to go towards consent, which is something the Bible absolutely does not talk about. So I'm having this one. So first one, do not make sexual advances unless you are given the mating signal. Second, do not take which does not belong to you unless it is a burden to the other person and he cries out to be relieved. Basically, from the Bible, you do not steal, and he has written it somewhere differently because he must not write it like the Bible. So, thou shalt not steal, I agree with that. Acknowledge the power, 7 is acknowledge the power of magic if you have employed it successfully to obtain your desires. If you deny the power of magic after having called upon it with success, you will lose all you have obtained. Acknowledge the power of magic if you have employed it successfully to obtain your desires. So, okay. So first, I'm not sure whether I'm doing magic or not, but I do it, and then I acknowledge, then it is magic, and then I acknowledge it that it is magic. Can I do magic before I acknowledge magic? Maybe yes, if magic accidentally happens. Okay, let's assume for once that magic happens. whatever. Then if you then deny the power of magic after having called upon it with success, you will lose all you have obtained. Okay, well, this is kind of a Bible. Don't try the tree of the holy tree. Once you've tried it, once you got that insight, everything is lost. So basically, believe in magic. Otherwise you'll lose it all. Doesn't really make sense. And second, it's like you need to believe in magic forever, otherwise you lose everything. Nah. This is really really close to a belief system. Like, it only works if you believe in it. Then it's kind of useless. Sorry. Number 8, do not complain about anything to which you need not subject yourself. Do not complain about anything to which you need not subject yourself. That means basically I should have no compassion about anything where I'm not directly taking action in it. No, sorry, not having it. I'm not an endlessly compassionate person, but I am a compassionate person. So no. Do not harm little children. Kind of specific. Agree with that. Yeah. It's very I need to create an artificial case where a child with a huge shotgun tries to kill me, so where I had to defend myself. But usually I will go with it. Do not harm little children. Number 10, do not kill non-human animals unless you are attacked or for food. So do not kill non-human animals, but human animals are okay, or humans are okay, unless you are attacked or for food. Okay, I mean, actually almost agree with it, but like, I mean, what is with humans? Like, humans are okay to kill, if you're already referring to that. So no, it's actually somewhat the point. It's actually somewhat a point, but like, if you're already mentioning the killing, then why only animals? So not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. I will judge in the end. The last point: when walking in open territory, bother no one. If someone bothers you, ask him to stop. If he does not stop, destroy him. When walking into open territory, bother no one. If someone bothers you, ask him to stop. Ask him to stop. Like, okay, I may ask to stop once, and afterwards I may take my knife, cut off their leg, cut off their hands, and do a... Nah, this is kind of a... Not really having it. So we have now 4 points from the Bible and 4 points from the Book of Satan. But I'm still not sure whether I should roll with the last point, because do not kill human animals unless you're attacked for food. That is kind of an okay question. But if you address that and you leave it open to kill humans, that is kind of weird. So what is the summary? I have 4 points, 4 against 4. And who is now the winner? Actually, there is no, to summarize, there is no real winner, because, like, for example, the Bible is okay with slaves. The Bible does not comment on any kind of sexual consent, while it seems to be totally okay in the Book of Satan to kill somebody, which is another major down. So I actually prepared this talk before, and I actually had a winner in my head, but now, having a clear and close look at it, I don't see a clear winner at all. Both have their weird and good, and also their weird parts. So therefore, I'm very sorry. I therefore declare this as a draw, 4 against 4. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think this is a sense-making judgment, or do you think that point, do not kill non-human animals unless you are attacked for food, is a non-valid point, because it actually somewhat indirectly allows killing of humans? So should I take this as a point? I think it is a sense-making statement, but it is incomplete. Do not kill non-human animals. I mean, it opens the topic of killing, but leaves human in the killing. So no, I leave it with a draw. I leave it with a draw. Let me know whether you think the Bible might have won by 1 point because that killing aspect does not make sense, or whether the draw is actually justified. Yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, have a wonderful rest of the atheist coming out day. Bye.